Aloha, my friends. So I've been getting so many emails and requests wanting to know what in holy high heaven is happening astrologically right now and energetically on our earth. So if you have been feeling some intensity, some disturbances in the force, you're not alone. That's first of all what I wanted to share with you. This is something happening on both an individual and a collective level. And we're all connected. And that has been my biggest experience, is that we are all literally connected. Scientifically, they talk about the quantum fields and having those connections happening, quantum entanglement. The fact that one thing in one place, something happens and it affects all of us on a much grander, larger scale. And so I just really wanted to get on here. My name is Lotus Dawn, and I have a business, Blossom with Lotus, where I share with you 13 sign sidereal astrology information from the true stars, the accurate stars where they actually are. And I also do deep energetic clearing that allows us to dive into the information that the astrological chart provides us, to go deep into what your deepest issues or challenges are and to clear them. And so I have been working with a lot of clients recently, talking to a lot of people who are really having kind of a blessing happening, where deep awarenesses of what has been at the root of their issue or challenge coming to light. And so what is going on astrologically right now and kind of cosmically in the stratosphere and the energetics of our global collective field is incredibly powerful. So don't think that just because it's intense and just because it's difficult that it is bad. In fact, typically when things get the most chaotic and the most crazy, we should be popping the champagne. We should be celebrating, because what it means is that we are literally expanding past what we normally have been. The place, the energetics, the space we have held is now busting through, breaking out and expanding into new dimensions of consciousness and awareness. And that process can be a little bit or a lot like the seed, right? The little seed, right? It's in there, it's in the dark, and then it starts pushing, and it breaks through, and it has to push through these layers as it's opening and growing, that life force to expand into the potential that we hold within us, into the potential of what our DNA, our highest self, our soul is here to express. And so that, my friends, is what is happening. And if you are having physical symptoms, if you are having triggering, if things are around you are intense, they are a mirroring. They are a mirroring of the parts of ourselves that are coming up for transmutation. And those parts are individually and collectively rather deep. They are happening on the genetic, the ancestral, and the collective genetic and ancestral levels. And so it is all actually working out to our highest and our best good. And it really requires us to take a step back, right? I'm not going to lie and say that triggering is easy and that when things are crazy, it's easy. It's not. Okay, the last couple of days I've been with you, I've been like facing these challenges or seeming obstructions and these forces that seem to be coming out of every direction. Okay, I've been feeling them with you. However, what's becoming apparent to me is that every time this happens, there's huge growth. And so where have you felt contracted or tight is going to be an arena and a domain where you may expand. And the more that we can take this time and all of the challenges that are happening and utilize them for our benefit, utilize them to grow stronger, push against them, the more powerfully we're going to grow and expand into our next level and our next dimension. So I just wanted to start with that disclaimer that whatever is happening astrologically, whatever is happening energetically, you are growing. Okay. All of the triggering, all of the challenge is about growth. It is about expansion. That said, if you would like a little bit of information about what is happening astrologically, I thought I would pull up the chart for today and we could take a look and see what we find and see what's happening. I do know that Mercury, the planet of communication, did go direct on the 15th. However, whenever a planet is retrograde and then moves into direct, there's what is called a shadow period. And Mercury is the planet of communication. It's all about travel, expression, reading, writing, education, learning, the share and transfer of knowledge and communication across distances. And so when Mercury goes direct, there's a lot more flow of thought. However, we're still in the shadow period, and so we might still be introspective. We might still be processing some old things. We might need to finish up some old projects. But the energies have shifted forwards with that planet, which is great. Venus has also gone direct. So we have left behind 7 planets retrograde, and we've left 2 planets are now moving direct. Venus, the planet of love, Mercury, the planet of communication, and that's great. There should already be a picking up of speed around what we love, how we love to express ourselves, and Mercury, how we love to communicate. Okay. And so tonight, I just want to go briefly into what is happening astrologically. What are some of the things that might be playing out that we're going through? And energetically and on a sort of more cosmic level, I've heard that there are a lot of solar flares, a lot of solar flare activity, a lot of electromagnetic stuff happening that can be affecting our physiological body as well as the planetary bodies, right? And so we have to ask ourselves, what is affecting us? What is really the root cause here? And learning how to muscle test or test ourselves is such a powerful tool. I'm actually in a 6-week master class, learning how to dive deep into muscle testing and testing our own bodies to get the information and the answers for what's happening. Why is this happening? Right. So if you have questions about that, you're interested in learning more, you can contact me. I'm happy to share with you about this program. But tonight, I'm going to go deep into the astrology, these stars, what is true and real to the stars happening in the sky right now, using the 13-sign astrological system. So hold tight. You might want to get a pen or paper if you want to write down what's going on. And I'm going to share my screen with you to show you today's chart. And, this chart may feel a little bit like a foreign language or a lot like a foreign language. So I will be your interpreter. I will be your guide, and we will go on a little journey, a little investigation to see what is going on right now. So today, the sun, which represents shining, it represents how we shine, and kind of the collective group focus is in Virgo. What is Virgo? Virgo is about health. It's about healing. It's an earth sign. It's about getting grounded in our bodies, in this physical vessel, in this container, right? Getting focused on our health, what we're eating, our diet, our exercise, our routine, our health routine. Are we getting enough sleep? And this is especially important because the sun is also changing, right? We're going from summer to autumn, and the autumnal equinox is on September 21st, and that's in 2 days' time. On the September 29th is the full moon. So we have a lot happening both astrologically with the solar flares and with the cycle of the seasons, right? If you think of the gears of life, we have our lives, and then we have the sky, and then we have the seasons and the moon cycles, and we're all kind of connected to these rhythms of nature. And so right now, the gears of life are shifting and changing, and we are now going into this new season of autumn, more dark, less light. And so that is affecting our nervous system, our neurology, our exposure to a light affects how we feel, right? So we're getting enough sunshine right now. We're getting enough light. Do we need a little more sunshine boosting in our diet, right? Or things that maybe getting full spectrum light bulbs could be really nice for you at home. So That said, the moon is in Libra today, and Libra moon is emotion. Libra is about balance. It's an air sign. So when the moon is in an air sign, we tend to be a bit more analytical with our emotion versus watery with our emotions. We tend to feel it less and more think about it more. It's a great day for balance. It's a great day for justice. It's a great day for potentially indecision because Libra tends to flip-flop back and forth between two things. So perhaps today, and the moon changes signs really rapidly, perhaps today you're focused on fairness. It's also all about beauty. So you might be wanting to do things that make you feel beautiful. You might be wanting to buy something beautiful or improve your appearance or connect to some people that you love. So let's get into some of the more challenging things that are going on. This is one of the big major things that I've noticed, which is that Venus, the planet of love, has gone direct. Hooray! And it's in the sign of Leo. And Leo is all about shining. It's ruled by the sun, right? It's all about expressing ourselves. It's all about the heart, leading with love, right? And when Venus, the planet of love, is in Leo, we want to be expressive. We want to shine. We want to be creative. We really want to shower our love on those people who we care about in our lives, right? Venus in Leo can also be passionate. It's a fire sign. Very creative. I always think of Leo as relating to both the royalty in our society and also children, because it's about holding ourselves high, putting on the throne, sitting upon the throne of our sovereignty, putting on the crowning glory of our true divine nature. And yet it's also connected to children, because if you see a child, aren't they so naturally connected to this beautiful joyfulness that is their true nature? Yes, aren't they already just so clearly divine and joyously honoring and expressing this nature within themselves? Yeah. So it's beautiful energy, right? The only challenge that we're having is that Saturn is almost opposite it in Aquarius. It's like very close to opposite, and it's not going to be exactly opposite yet. It's moving towards it, right? Venus is moving towards that opposition with Saturn, which will probably be in the next week or so, couple weeks. I'll get back to you on the date. Okay, but Venus opposite Saturn, that's a very different energy. We have Venus, this expression, being lively, being joyful, shining like the sun, not really paying attention to the future, just being, right? And then we've got Saturn, and Saturn is the ultimate taskmaster. It's the ultimate structure and discipline and cold, reality check, right? Real. It's like cement, it's like concrete. It's like the stone walls of a castle. It stands the test of time. It will last. It will be truthful. It will be real. It will always be standing solid, but it's not necessarily soft or loving or kind or warm. It is real. It's a reality thing. Reality check. Okay. And in Aquarius, it's all about technology. It's all about the new age. It's all about the community. So what does it mean when Saturn is totally opposing different sign to Venus, right? That means we could feel restriction about spending. We might feel discipline around what we love. We might feel restricted from expressing ourselves freely, from shining. We might need to be more considerate, more acknowledging of others, as opposed to simply putting, Venus in Leo just wants to naturally put the focus on the self and shine and be beautiful and happy and joyful. Saturn in Aquarius is all about the group. It's all about the discipline, the focus, the success of the whole, right? Aquarius is the group component. It's community. And so Saturn in Aquarius is saying, hey, could you be a little less self-focused? Could you be a little more community-oriented? Could you think more about the needs of those around you? And this is happening potentially on a government level as well, right? Around our money systems, around what's happening with money. Saturn can be control, it can be government. And with Venus being money, and they're about to come into an opposing aspect, what's going to happen with our money system? I think that's a really huge question out in the collective. And Aquarius, Saturn and Aquarius is also related to technology, right? And Venus is related to valuables. So what is the relationship between value, money, technology, and what we value, right? And do they align? And right now, Saturn in Aquarius is also retrograde. So what does that mean? That means that we're looking at things from the past. We're thinking about the ways in which we've connected to technology in the past. And this could mean not only collectively in the now, but collectively maybe in past lives, right? How have we used technology in our society in the past, in past lives, in past civilizations? That is being collectively processed through and examined on an energetic level. And so you might be feeling triggering, or things might be coming up that are not necessarily from this time frame at all. And I know this gets a little woo-woo or a little bit outside some people's comfort zone, but the reality, Saturn, is that I find this over and over again with my clients. The issues that we're dealing with, the root cause, is often from an entirely different sequence of events that the present moment is simply triggering, right? And I also want to point out that even though we have this Venus-Saturn opposition, the real magic of astrology is to have a personal reading and to see where these planets are affecting you personally, right? What house of your chart do you have Saturn retrograde right now? Because that's going to tell you where you're going to be feeling the most discipline, structure around technology, around business, and around your community life, right? So if you have Aquarius rising and you have, that would mean Saturn in Aquarius retrograde would be in your first house of identity, what you look like, your appearance. You might suddenly be looking into ways to be more disciplined with how you present yourself. Maybe you're suddenly drawn to wearing suits, right? Or wearing glasses, or expressing yourself in a unique way. Saturn in Aquarius, let's say you have Pisces rising, that would put Saturn in your 12th house. And the 12th house is all about meditation, going inside. It's all about connecting to your inner guidance. So if you had Saturn retrograde there, you might be drawn to creating more of a discipline or a structure around meditation. You might suddenly want to create a discipline with a friend or a community around a class that you go to, and you connect with the community and meditate. So depending on your astrological chart and the very moment that you were born, that determines all the signs on your astrological chart. And that is why a personal reading is so powerful, because it can tell you where all of these aspects in the chart are happening, right? How are they happening? What's going on with the world? What's happening for you, right? And so our astrological chart is so powerful for giving us insider information. And that's why I often offer people multiple session options so that they can come and see me 1, 2, 3, 4 times a year if they want, and do a check-in, right? Like, what is happening with my chart right now? How are the planets affecting me? How will they be affecting me in the spring, in the fall, in the summer? And we can look at that stuff. And it is so helpful. It's so powerful. I just had a session with a client and it just blew my freaking socks off, because it is so accurate and it is spot on to the T of really shedding light on what is going on in our lives. And it really blows my mind to have access to this tool, right? And I know that this looks like Greek and it feels overwhelming, but that's why I interpret for you and I give you that information you need. Of course, I will be offering a course in the next couple of months about how to read these charts yourself. And in fact, how to read these charts to assist your clients, right? If you're a healer or a guide or someone who works with others. I just finished a training and one of my students is now giving the most amazing healing and astrological sessions for her clients and having phenomenal results. This system is so accurate. It is based on where the stars are in the sky. Western astrology is based on where the stars were 2,000 years ago, no longer aligning with the actual stars. So if you would like to have your chart read and know that those planets are in the signs that I'm saying they were there at the moment of your birth, that is why this is so powerful. It's dialed in exactly to the stars at the moment of your birth. So I just wanted to hop on and begin to share some of that. Now, there are several more planets that are retrograde. We have Pluto, the planet of death, birth, transformation, intensity, also retrograde until October 4th. Okay, we have, let's see here. We have Saturn retrograde. We have Neptune, the planet of intuition, spirituality, meditation retrograde, the planet of going internal, connecting to our source, right? Really attuning to our own channel. Then we have Chiron, the wounded healer, also retrograde, and discovering, going into what is our deepest wound, healing it. Then we also have Pluto's retrograde. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have several planets retrograde right now. We have Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, and Pluto. Feels like there should be more, but it looks like we're down to 4. Oh, there they are. 5, 6. Okay, so then that brings me, thank you. I was like, they were missing a couple planets here. So this brings me to the other big whopper of what's going on astrologically. So we have this Venus opposite Saturn that can be constriction and contraction around love and finances, around our business, around technology. It can also be really great because potentially this contraction is going to lead to an expansion, right? What contracts must expand. So if there's contraction around money or finances or business or technology or building your website, as Saturn goes direct, I believe it's in November, you may expand, right? You might take the time, retrograde is looking through the past, to work on the issues you need to work through. And then come November, when Saturn goes direct, watch out, folks, your business is going to be complete, your website, and you're going to be ready to get your services out into the world. Really powerful. Well, then we have this other interesting combination. So you look down here, we've got this planet Jupiter. Jupiter is the big guy. Jupiter is the biggest planet in the sky. Jupiter is all about expansion. It's all about fortune. It's all about, I always think of the cosmic Santa Claus giving out gifts to all. And then we have it conjunct Uranus. Uranus is change, where Jupiter is expansion and blessings and gifts and abundance and growth and expansion. Uranus is change. It's like lightning bolts of inspiration. It comes in, Uranus comes in and just breaks up all the static, breaks up all the muck, breaks up the old structures, breaks up what's not working, clears the ground. It just brings in the light. It's new technology. It's new forms of expression. It's new forms of being. And when Uranus comes in, it's like a lightning bolt. It just happens, right? It just happens. And the beautiful thing is that whatever happens, we're always protected, we're always guided, we're always supported. The universe is always, always, always looking out for us. And so whatever you're going through, whatever is being brought up, whatever awarenesses that Uranus is bringing to your consciousness to look at, it's all for your highest and best good. It is literally there for you to expand into the greatness, into the beauty, into the love that you are. Anything and everything that is coming up right now is for you. It is to assist you. It is to assist all of us into growing up into the expansion, into the highest and best version of ourselves. So having Uranus with Jupiter, the teacher with the planet of change, the expansion planet with the planet of change, means that change is expanded, shift is expanded. There's growth, there's big expansion around change right now. So if you keep trying to do the same thing right now, you keep trying to stay in the same old pattern, the universe is not really supporting that right now. So as disruptive and fun as that can be, what if you could embrace, and what if those changes could be softer? What if we could call in a little more love and kindness around the awarenesses that are coming up for us right now? Wouldn't that be nice? I just want to invite you all to just focus on that. What would it be like if, instead of things feeling jarring or rough, if they could feel soft, but they could still assist us to grow, right? What if we could choose to grow more softly, but still as powerfully, right? Yeah. So whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're going through, just know that it's all working out for your highest and best good. We can call upon God, on Source, on the angels, on your higher self, all of our highest selves, the highest selves of this planet, all of us, this interconnected whole of oneness, this tribe, that family that we're all connected to. We can call for pure unconditional love and healing for all of you, for all of us, for the planet, for the earth, for all beings. And just call this unconditional love and healing in to our bodies, to the world, anything and everything that does not belong to you and is not yours, we ask it to release and clear. And any energies that are no longer serving you, we ask them to release and clear. And any stress or tension or anxiety or overwhelm that you're picking up on from the collective, we ask it to release and clear. We turn to the collective. It feels like it's shaken like a leaf. And we just send pure, unconditional love and healing, like a mama gently holding her child. Just say, it's all gonna be okay. Maybe this change, maybe everything is working out. How will you choose to allow it to all work out for our highest and best good? Tap into your inner radiance. Tap into your inner centered one, your inner lighthouse. And imagine that as we all tap in to this inner sacred lighthouse, and our light is beaming and shining across the stratosphere, that we all can connect into a great circle, just like these beautiful redwood trees that grow around me in a circle. They start with the mama tree, and then more trees grow around her. Maybe right now, we could imagine that we're in a circle with our roots deep into the earth. Feel your connection down into the core of the earth. And then inhale. Imagine a giant ball of light, giant sun ball of light above your head, showering over the crown of your head, showering off your energy field, showering your whole body, filling your whole body with light. Imagine this light above your head. Imagine that we're in a circle of humanity, every single human being on this earth, and everyone's doing this. We're all showering this beautiful ball of light over our heads. We're imagining it and allowing it showering through the center of our body, through our being, all the way down through our bodies, all the way down to the earth. And first we contact and connect to the water of the earth. Then we go deeper, we connect to the crystalline core. We go deeper still, and we connect to the core of the earth. Whew. Then we imagine this beautiful light from the core of the earth coming back up. Everyone on earth, everyone who wishes to participate, and comes up around the outer rim of our bodies. And then water falls up above over our heads, this showering ball of light, showering light all over our auric field, over our body, over our friends, our family, our communities, our neighborhoods. Imagining this happening, rippling out across the world for all the beings who wish to join us in this moment. Just imagining now in the center of the earth being showered with pure unconditional love and light, going down through the entire earth, connecting to the core of the earth. Coming back up and showering that light over the earth, water falling over the earth, over all beings. Rinsing and washing and cleansing and purifying anything that needs to go. And this will continue for the next 24, 48, however long as it needs to. Rinsing and washing, sending pure, unconditional love from the creator of all that is, through all directions of time and space, through all levels and layers of all bodies and beings, through all levels and layers of dimensions, through all directions of time and space, through all galaxies and dimensions and levels, creator of all that is. It is commanded. Complete, pure, unconditional love healing for all beings, through all directions, through all levels and layers, through all of space and time, through the field, the one field of pure unconditional love. Thank you. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. You can stretch a little bit. Just reconnect back to your body. Connect back to your heart. Back to the one breath. Inhale. And the exhale. And just allow your body and being to be showered off. All your energies and systems returning back to your core, back to your center. All your soul fragments be lifted up into the light, cleansed, purified, and return back to you. In the highest and best way now, please. I just ask for complete, pure, unconditional love healing for all of you through all directions of time and space, now and always into eternity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Show us. Pure unconditional love from my source, from the source, creator of all that is. All beings on this earth, happy, healthy, and free. So much love. Aloha.